My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramerica. Other people want to make friends? I'm just trying to help you make money. My job is not just to entertain, but to educate and teach you, so call me, 1-800-743-CNBC, or tweet me at Jim Cramer. This market has some of the absolute dumbest sellers I have ever seen. They know nothing. Oh, no, I'm not talking about the whole market, where we got a battle again between the dovish Federal Reserve and angry hedge funds who see bond yields should be soaring in response to rampant inflation. And it's not happening. That tug of war plays out every day, including today. Dow gained 11 points. S&P rose 0.19%. The NASDAQ, which is historically cheap if rates remain this low, rallied 0.59%. I think Fed Chief Jay Powell is right, and the inflationistas are mistaken. But reasonable people can disagree about monetary policy. No, it's not what I'm talking about. That's that blabbers I hear all day. It's like something. It's like a perpetual sound machine. No, I am talking about the idiotic sellers. Yes, I mean the shorts and the brain-dead, plain vanilla sellers who keep selling the sainted stocks of AMC and GameStop to the mobs who are determined to take it higher. They want them higher. Listen, I know these stocks are too expensive based on traditional valuation metrics. They mean nothing. Who wants to go back to AMC's movie theaters now that we've spent over a year perfecting our home entertainment setup, getting used to longer form productions like Mayor of Easttown or the Crowd, Queen's Gambit? Who wants to pay $20 for a couple of waters and a box of Raisinets? Plus, the film companies, well, they've changed the game, right? They now want their first runs to appear on their own streaming services. Plus, you think Amazon won't do that with MGM if they buy that? If you want to see the next Bond, you need Prime, which is a heck of a lot cheaper than going to the movies. Alexa, play Goldfinger. So believe me, I get the bear case. I get why so many hedge fund managers think that AMC is like The Walking Dead Season 11, even with the crafty Adam Aaron running the joint. If you only cared about the fundamentals, including the debt-laden balance sheet, you would have thought betting against this stock would be like, yes, shooting fish with a machine gun in a barrel. But Aaron took one look at the hopelessness of the situation. He put his best face on it, talk about any state that opened a movie theater anywhere, even if he hoped that, well, you know what? The customers will take these. Like, hey, I take this to every movie theater. You're allowed to carry it in. Anyway, what he didn't count on was the most amazing force I've seen in ages. A group of ferocious buyers who hated the short sellers viscerally. Viscerous hatred. And allowed AMC to raise cash by selling stock in the open market endlessly. Normally, most buyers would run away from a supposedly doomed situation. But the tip sheet that is WallStreetBets, a wonderful site, full of scatological and prurient, horrible things that I hope my kids never see, created a cadre of buyers who didn't care about the usual standards. You know, like things like sales, revenue, cash flow, balance sheets, these outdated, silly little things. No, they lapped up all the stock that AMC sold, 43 million shares at just around 10, and they saved the day for the happy warrior. It was brilliant. They got him a great price, and then the stock was free to ramp higher, and it has ever ramped higher. What a rocket. To the moon, diamond something. At this point, it should be obvious that if you try to short AMC, you're going to end up just like the guys who shorted it in January. You're an idiot. The WallStreetBets crew will run you over just like the tanks rolled over hapless soldiers in World War II. If anything, shorting this kind of stock is what sends it higher. It can go up 70% from when they raise capital, because when the bulls crush you, it's pamplona, partner. You got to buy back your shares at a higher price in order to close out your position. Have you ever been? Do you know I used to own Longhorns? Holy cow. They'd kill you just to get the box of donuts in your hands. So why the heck did so many hedge fund managers try to short this thing again? Why are regular sellers offering stock? Well, they could have just gotten out of the way. Instead, they turned themselves into fodder for the WallStreetBets cohort, which is why AMC was up 19% just today. They can probably gun it up to the mid-20s on the back of this latest short squeeze, and if the plain vanilla sellers just walk away, wow. You know what? Memo to all the sellers tomorrow. Take a breather. Go to the movies. Do something interesting. I don't know. What's interesting? Watch some Netflix. Go to work even. But stop selling your AMC and see what happens. And we're seeing the same thing with the stock at GameStop. Now, I was actually worried about this video game retailer because it's lost its reason for being in a world where everybody just downloads their games online. These days, you don't need GameStop except for hardware, and anybody can sell you hardware. But GameStop, it's got a savior, the insurgent turned insider whom nobody knows, called Ryan Cohen, a man of great mystery, who's also decided to sell company stock in order to fix the balance sheet, just like Adam Aron. The WallStreetBets crowd helped make it happen. Many agreed to lap up that stock that's being offered. And now that the balance sheet can be fixed by that, not that it was all that bad, and all that stock is now placed with the WallStreetBets people, this thing can boom again, along with them all. GameStop could potentially turn itself around, although we have no idea what it'll turn itself around into. Is it really worth $17 billion? Abstraction. Who cares? Only an idiot asks that kind of question now. It's irrelevant. Because this isn't investing. This is the ultimate stock fight club. You think I learned this stuff wearing a suit at Goldman Sachs, the two things that make them really hate me? The last time a bunch of hedge funds shorted GameStop, the bulls practically drove them out of business. You'd think it would be a cautionary tale, right? Don't try to short something with such a rabid fan base. Keep your stock. Stay out of the ring. Yet these money managers and individuals keep selling the stock like there's nothing going on here. Like, oh, man, let's offer some stock. Maybe the buyers will take us. Are you out of your minds? Listen to me, sunshine. This thing going higher. What kind of chowderheads offer stock at $225 or $235? It closed up 33 to $242. To a group of buyers who are desperate to drive it. Their price target is $250 or $300. Now, on Wall Street, they have these price targets. Oh, I'm taking my price target up for NVIDIA 700. These guys have real price targets and firepower. I've never seen anything like this. A group of buyers with no sensitivity to price. They'd rather pay $280 than $240. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine going to a store and you say, well, how much is that sweater? And they say $30. Can I pay $50? How much is that? You know, I got this one. Look at this. This is a Ferragamo, right? $180. Hey, you know what? Do you mind if I pay $300 for that? Why not? Okay, now, these people don't have unlimited firepower, but they've got enough firepower to engineer a short squeeze anytime a bunch of professionals decide to bet against this thing. Sellers go away, come back on back. I was trying to do like a Diddy, like that sell in May nonsense that didn't work. Sellers go away. Come on back another day when GameStop's at 300. Now, it's not that the bulls know some secret about Ryan Cohen's turnaround plan. They're just committed to buying this thing, and they steamroll the shorts whom they hate and lap up the long stock whom they think are stupid, often much higher than you thought possible. Anyone who tries to fight this move is out of their minds. Just let it go up already. You can register at a higher level. I'm tired of you. Now, there's one thing I don't understand. The meme stock believers only seem to like AMC and GameStop. But now they've got a lot of new capital thanks to these rallies, right? They can train their guns on any number of stocks. I got a couple for them. And just because they may take them just because they hate me and then spite me by saying that I said sell them because they love truth because it's periodically interesting to them. All right, here we go. First, they could open up the howitzers on the people selling Beyond Meat, which has a gigantic 22% short position, even though it's doing some incredible deals with McDonald's just now. How about that China KFC deal? Wowza. Plus, the great reopening will allow CEO Ethan Brown to sell into all the different cafeterias that are back in business. In the meantime, Beyond Meat has lowered prices, improved the taste of its plant-based substitute. I think it'd be very easy for the Wall Street bets to gun this one, engineer a short squeeze, wipe out the shorts, make a lot of people pay, and then go home and have how about a Wendy's Baconator? Second, Ford. All right, here's a stock that jumped 8.5% today. Ooh, they like that immediately. After CEO Jim Farley announced that he wants to be second to none in electric vehicles here in the U.S. He's throwing down the gauntlet against Elon Musk. More important, if Farley can pull off this transformation, the company will be able to plow even more money into EV, so it's a virtuous circle. He intends to outsell Tesla's new Cybertruck with the electric F-150 truck, now 70,000 reservations. Okay, so maybe it should be 82,300 to keep pace. I don't know, but it's working. Sellers, get out of the way. Here comes the Bronco, the Mustang Mach-E, and the F-150 Lightning, America's most popular truck. Why sell this stock here? Walk away. Let him take it to 15. All right, finally, how about Roblox? Now, I am relentless in this Roblox because it is going higher. When the online gaming company came public via direct listing, the insiders sold very little stock. They're believers. The only real stock for sale is from investors who bought it earlier and now ringing the register, thinking it's a good trade. I think that's nuts. Roblox is putting up some stunning numbers. Again, it'd be easy for the WallStreetBets crew to sop up a couple of days worth of stock, take it to 90, take it to 110 practically overnight, then write all about it and say, I hate Cramer. He said to sell Roblox, and we bought it. That way they get everything. Their whole zeitgeist, and they're even happy because they can trash me. And I like that because I'm from Philadelphia. Honestly, the craziest thing about the WallStreetBets crowd is that they don't know their own strength. Maybe they're worried that they don't have enough ammo to take on more than 2 stocks. I think they're wrong. I think they're selling themselves short. Here's the bottom line. Anyone shorting AMC or GameStop is out of their mind. Anyone selling, just walk away and watch how high they can take it. WallStreetBets is too powerful, and trying to bet against them right now is just giving them more ammo. I'm just surprised they don't apply the same playbook to the Cramer Wall Street bet faves, to the man, diamond hands, emoji, Beyond Meat, Ford, Roblox. How's that? That's why I went to Harvard and Harvard Law, to get stupid.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.